I stayed at the Hotel Prince Albert Gare de Lyon recently, and I'm going to give my honest thoughts about it. For the best price for this hotel, check out the links in the description. Arrival and check-in experience. When we arrived at Élysée Hotel, the check-in process was super smooth and hassle-free. The friendly staff welcomed us warmly, and even though we got there a bit earlier than expected, they were accommodating and let us drop off our bags while we explored the area. It felt great to kick off our Paris adventure without any stress. Room, bathroom, and amenities. The room was cozy and had a nice modern vibe, which I really appreciated. The bathroom was surprisingly spacious for a Paris hotel, and everything felt clean and well-maintained. I loved the shower, and even though the room was a bit small, it had all the essentials I needed for a comfortable stay. Location and surroundings. The location of Hotel Prince Albert Gare de Lyon is just perfect. I loved being only a short 15-minute stroll from the River Seine and super close to the bustling Gare de Lyon. There are tons of cafes and restaurants nearby, making it easy to grab a bite after a day of exploring Paris. Plus, with the metro just around the corner, I felt like I could hop on and off to all the main attractions without any hassle. Food, drinks, and dining options. When it comes to food, I have to say that the breakfast at Hotel Prince Albert Gare de Lyon was a solid way to kickstart my day. They serve a buffet-style breakfast that runs from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., which is super convenient, especially if you're planning to explore Paris early. I found it to be a good value for the price, 13 euros for adults and just 7 euros for kids under 8. There were plenty of options to choose from, though it was pretty basic and didn't have much variety day to day. Still, it did the trick for me. Plus, with all the charming cafes and bakeries nearby, I had no shortage of places to grab a bite if I wanted something different. Overall, it was a nice, casual breakfast experience that set me up well for a day of sightseeing. What's it like to stay here? Staying here is like finding a cozy little nook in the heart of Paris. The location is unbeatable. Just a short stroll to Gare de Lyon and surrounded by charming cafes and restaurants, which made me feel right at home. The room was compact but comfortable, and honestly, I didn't mind the size since I was out exploring most of the time. The staff were super friendly and always ready to help, which added a nice touch to my stay. I loved the clean, modern vibe and the fact that the bathroom was recently updated. One morning, I enjoyed a decent buffet breakfast before heading out to see the sights. Sure, the walls were a bit thin, and I could hear the hustle and bustle outside, but it didn't keep me up at night. All in all, it was a great base for my Parisian adventure, and I'd definitely return. Let's take a look at the pros and cons. Here's what I liked about the hotel. Awesome location. Being just a short walk from Gare de Lyon made my travels around Paris super easy. I could hop on the metro or catch a train without any hassle. Friendly staff. The staff were really welcoming and helpful. They made my check-in smooth and were always around if I needed anything. Clean and comfortable rooms. My room was tidy and had everything I needed for a short stay. The bed was comfy, which is a must after a day of exploring the city. Good breakfast. The breakfast spread was decent and gave me a good start to my day. It was nice to fuel up before heading out to see the sights. Here's what I disliked about the hotel. Noise levels. The walls were a bit thin, and I could hear some noise from the street and neighboring rooms at times. It wasn't a deal breaker, but light sleepers might want to consider earplugs. My overall rating for this hotel would be 8.7. So, would I stay here again? Honestly, I totally would. The location near Gare de Lyon was super convenient for my travels, and the staff were genuinely friendly, making me feel right at home. Sure, the rooms were a bit on the small side, but for a quick trip in Paris, it was just what I needed. Clean, comfy, and close to everything. Thanks for watching. I added links from all hotel booking providers in the description, so you can find the best price for this hotel. Make sure you check out the description below.